Hi everyone, my name is Safira and today I will share about one of the practices from Bangka called Cheng Beng. But before that, I would like you to know that this video is made for my college project. In case you're wondering. Or not. Okay, let's get started. Each people has their own practices when they visit the cemetery of their family. Each has its own uniqueness that seems interesting to other people's eyes, especially Cheng Beng. Similar to other practices, Cheng Beng is also a practice to visit the family cemetery each year that is done by the Chinese. Its real name is Cheng Beng, or Bangka people usually call it Chin. People think Chinese New Year is a big ceremony for the Chinese. However, there is a bigger and more important ceremony for the Chinese than Chinese New Year, which is Cheng Beng. If we talk about the Chinese, they are varied and have different practices one to another. So to specify it, this video will only focus on sharing the practice that is done by the Bangka Chinese who held a Confucian religion whose their mother or their father had died. Cheng Beng has been done since Tang Dynasty in the year 732. At that time, the emperor thought that the death ceremony for the ancestors was too often done. So in a year, there will be many death ceremonies, and it cost lots of money. Therefore, the emperor decided to simplify the ceremony and commanded Cheng Beng to be done only once a year. To be more specific, it is held on the 12th of the third month in the calculation of the Chinese date, which still is done up until now by most Confucian people in Bangka. Because it is a practice to show our respect to the parents, the one that is allowed to participate in the practice in Cheng Beng is the parents' children, like their sons or their daughters. It could also be done by their granddaughters or their grandsons if the children of the parents had died too. For example, usually your mother will do the practice of Cheng Beng for your grandmother, but then your mother died. So you should be the one who do the practice for Cheng Beng for both your grandmother and your mother. Now, let's move on to requirements and conditions for Cheng Beng. First, we need to provide several things like hio or garu, red candles, kimchi hyo or kimchua, fake money, food and drinks. Second, food and drinks here consisted of cha or tea, pan or small pastry cakes, chew or white wine, fawn or cooked rice, samsang or 3 kinds of meats, because it resembles the symbol of life. Usually they will use pig, chicken, and fish, or pig, chicken, and shrimp. Sometimes they add one vegetarian food, like tofu, that is placed on the top of the meat. And last is samku, or 3 kinds of fruits, like oranges, apples, and pears, because they have red and yellow color as the resemblance of luck and prosperity. Third, the amount of food and drinks must be uneven numbers, like 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. For example, 3 cups of tea, 3 cups of white wine, 3 bowls of cooked rice, and so on and so forth. The amount of the food and drinks must be equal one to another. Fifth, the kimchi hyong or kimchua must be placed on the upper part of the cemetery. If we put more kimchua and place it closer between one another, the greater it will be. The red candles must be placed around the cemetery. Fifth, all the foods and drinks must be placed in order in front of the pongpai or gravestone. The tea is put first, and then
the small pastry cakes, the white wine, the cooked rice, the meats, and the last is the fruits. 6. The doer must burn the hiyo or the garu and place it in front of the gravestone. Then each child must pick some of the hiyo and pray by using it. 7. The doer must burn the rest of kimchua, fake money, and clothes or things that the parents wanted when they were still alive. Could be a watch, a pair of shoes, a car, or a motorcycle. All of them are not real objects, only the replica of it. What if the rules are not obeyed? Konghucu people in Bangka believe that when their parents died, it means only their body that died, but their souls are still alive in another realm. They brought nothing to the realm, so by presenting the food and drinks, their parents will be able to eat and drink. By placing the kimchua on the upper part of the cemetery, their parents will receive a roof to protect them in the realm. And by burning the rest of kimchua, fake money, the replica of a pair of shoes, clothes, and a car, their parents will receive all those things to use for a year in another realm. So if we talk about the consequences, it is about the parents who will receive nothing if we do not follow all the rules. And by not doing all the steps, it means we are not doing the practice of Cheng Beng. And it means we are not filial to our parents. Bangka people, especially my family, believe that if we are not filial to our parents, they will not protect us, which cause us to not being able to handle our problems in life and not having a happy life. Even a report from 1 or 2 people said those spirits come over to their dreams while saying, "I'm hungry, hungry." They have experienced it because they refuse to do the practice of Cheng Beng. First, we need to understand how much a parent means for children in Bangka. Parents are those who we should look up to, respect, appreciate, love, and grateful for. It has been the perspective that stuck to Bangka people's mind from generation to generation. The main reason for Cheng Beng is to show our respect, love, and gratefulness for everything that has been given and done by our parents to raise us. It shows our devotion to our parents that will protect us and be with us as a result. Good deeds will receive good deeds as well. Therefore, I personally think that Cheng Beng is still relevant to do due to several reasons. 1. Cheng Beng does not cost lots of money like we think. Even though it seems like it costs lots of budget, it actually teaches us not to think twice when spending money for our parents that did the same in the past when raising us. In other words, it teaches us not to be stingy in using money. 2. Through the process of Cheng Beng, all of the children in the family could finally gather around in one place and increase the kinship between one another. It teaches us to prioritize family more than anything else. 3. While preparing the Cheng Beng, each child has their own role to buy and pack the things they need, which allows them to work together hand in hand and be on time. Overall, it reflects the theory of universalism and sequential time. Bangka Tionghoa places high importance on the rules and values of the Cheng Beng. They are very consistent in doing the practice every year and really loves to do the process or procedure, even placing the food and drinks in order. They always do the planning before doing the practice, stick to the plan, and be punctual, like my family does every year. They always arrive at 2 a.m. to place food, drinks, hiyo, red candles, and kimchua. Each Cheng Beng practice might be different one to another and similar in a certain way. Each culture is considered right because each has particular beliefs. Feel free to put your comments below in the comment section if you have a different practice of Cheng Beng. Thank you for watching.